we are going to Tauranga this morning because, as I said, there is a by-election happening on Saturday. Simon Bridges, the National MP, has vacated the seat and there is room for someone to enter. And so please welcome to our program this morning the three contenders, the three leading contenders. Here we have Jan Tinetti, National candidate Sam Uffindell, Labour's Jane Tinetti, and ACT candidate Cameron Luxton from Trinity Wharf Hotel. Morena, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm good, thank you. I was as surprised by this segment happening so quickly as you probably were about Simon's exit. Did any of you see that coming, by the way? Sam, did you?
No, definitely not. Didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, you're all making hay while the sun shines, I guess. Let's start with the one of the most pressing issues, which is transport and traffic, right? So you guys in Tauranga have got a bit of a problem. There is congestion. There's also issues around housing and the availability of housing. You know, there's a rental crisis that's been plaguing the city as well. I would like to start this morning with a simple question, and it's really a message to the rest of New Zealand. Do you want more Kiwis to move to Tauranga? Sam, we'll start with you.
Yeah, we absolutely want more Kiwis to move to Tauranga. You know, we've got a fantastic city here. I spent all of this campaign out there knocking on doors, talking to people, talking with businesses, and we keep hearing the same issues coming up. You know, it's around the cost of living, it's around congestion, it's around crime. So my message to people out there would be to vote for me if you want a candidate who's going to work really hard to ease the cost of living crisis, to improve our roads and to tackle crime and gangs here in our city. It's a fantastic place to live. It's the best part of New Zealand, and we're going places here.
Jan, can Tauranga handle more people?
Tauranga is a wonderful place to live, but we do need to make sure that the infrastructure can cope with the people who are coming in. We do welcome those people here. We are investing in this city to get that infrastructure right like nobody has invested in here before, because successive governments haven't been able to get the traction on the ground. We're seeing that traction now, so those infrastructure issues are being sorted. Looking forward to seeing more people come and enjoy this beautiful city.
Cam, you've got the two big parties there next to you, mate, and they're saying, come on in, there's plenty of room and we're going to fix the problems. I imagine there's a few people in Tauranga this morning shaking their heads at the television. What do you think?
Look, I think there's plenty of room. I've grown up here, you know, I've seen Tauranga grow, and the people moving here and bringing so much variety and vibrancy to Tauranga. But it has been a failure of government and of planning to get the infrastructure we need built. You know, I'm a builder, and I know how incredibly difficult it is to actually get a house off the ground through council and built. And we're going to end up blaming each other if the government doesn't sort it out. And ACT, you know, when we're in government, we're going to have some fantastic policies such as GST sharing and a nation building authority that will commission infrastructure projects so people stop blaming each other. I mean, we can't keep dividing on things. We need to get stuff built.
Sam, he's got a point.
Well, it sounds a bit like a Labour policy for me, more bureaucrats to sort out local issues. You know, I'm the only one up here who's made any infrastructure promises. That's to build Takatimu Northern Link all the way up to Omokaroa. So we're going to get on and do that. There's also some other key projects that we're going to do. We're looking at State Highway 29. We're looking at another berth for the port. We'll get those things fast-tracked and we'll do what we need to do to get the infrastructure in this city moving.
Jan, you going to do that, Sam, or are you going to hire bureaucrats to do that?
Jan, you have said on the campaign trail that we need roads, but we also need public transport. So what public transport alternatives are you going to provide for Tauranga?
Yeah, that's absolutely critical, and I love how National have announced a policy that's already well underway, and the building of the Takatimu Northern Link is well underway. And on that Northern Link, we're going to have dedicated public transport lanes and or transit lanes on there as well. Really important that we get those public transport nodes right, and that's what we're focusing on.
All right, I'm going to go to a local issue now, and it may seem minor, but it's not minor to the 5,000 people who signed a petition to have the council reverse or refund fines that have been handed out. You'll know about this, I'm sure. It's Lynx Ave. It's closed to cars. It's been made into a bus and a bike lane for service vehicles as well. 17,000 fines have been issued. It's $2.5 million worth of fines, and 5,000 locals have signed this petition to the council to say, hey guys, can you please refund the fines that you've handed out? And the council is saying no. Now, as a local MP, part of your role is to advocate for your community. So whose side would you be on, the people or the council? Sam?
I'm on the people's side on this, and I've had a lot of people reaching out to me. I went over to the council when there was a submission against this. Look, people are really impacted by this. It's hurting their lives, it's hurting their ability to get from A to B. People aren't coming to visit them anymore. The school children are now being dropped off on roads that are arguably more dangerous. So there really needs to be a better consultation process from the council with the people.
You say refund, refund. Jan, what about you?
Having spoken to the council, I think that they're now listening to the people and taking that really seriously. They've proposed a citizens' assembly. I'm really behind that. I think this is an issue that does need sorting and people need to be listened to.
I know, but Jan, do you need a citizens' assembly?
Was just kicking the can down the road.
Yeah. Do you need a citizens' assembly, Cam, when you've got a petition signed by 5,000 people?
Yeah. And I mean, I was at the petition when it was presented to, when we were presenting the petition to council, and you know, it was basically told it's a 4-month trial. We're 2 months into it. We're going to finish it, even though nobody wants it. You know, we should be returning these fines. That road is it's so hard to tell for many people that it is even a bus lane exclusive road. You know, it was a bit of entrapment for many people have felt, and it's led to safety issues on the surrounding roads. People's lifestyles have been impacted. People aren't able to visit friends and family.
Yep.
I think the council's way out of touch on this one.
All right.
And it's not surprising when they're not even democratically elected.
No, it's commissioners.
Yeah. They didn't like hearing what they had.
Guys, just before we go, I want to do something very quick and very fun. So you've got about, let's say, 20 seconds each to give us your pitch for people to visit Tauranga for a weekend of staying in your hotels and your restaurants. We've got some pictures, some lovely pictures of Tauranga and some music to go underneath you. So here is your sales pitch. Cam, we're starting with you this morning. Sell us on Tauranga.
Look, when you walk to the top of the mount for an early sunrise, you can look over the beautiful Tauranga Moana. You can look up over the core, all over the city centre and see how beautiful it is when the sun hits it. And you know all these places are full of vibrant people who are making the best of their lives and want to share it with visitors. We've got beaches, we've got harbours, there's many tourist activities.
Brilliant.
Please come
Jan.
along and enjoy what we have to offer.
Cam, Jan.
Tauranga is a fantastic place to Tauranga is a fantastic place to come and play. We've got the most pristine beaches in New Zealand. They're a hive of activities, swimming, surfing and other water activities. No visit to Tauranga is complete without a walk up the mount, up Moao, where you've got the most panoramic views in New Zealand. We've got a hive of activity around our burgeoning arts culture. And of course, we're the home to Harry McLeary, where you can come and visit him every single day. And his friends from Donaldson Dairy.
Sam, take us home in 10 seconds.
10 seconds. We've got a fantastic climate, the best beach in the country. Come on over, grab a coffee at Folk Brewers, go for a walk up the mount. Head on over to the Rising Tide Brewery and enjoy a craft beer off the tap. Head on down to Alpino for dinner. Bring your friends and your family. You'll absolutely love it here.
Brilliant. Guys, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Best of luck for the by-election on Saturday. National candidate Sam Uffindale, Labour candidate Jan Tinetti and ACT candidate Cameron Luxton from Trinity Wharf Hotel this morning.